Welcome back to the mountaintop, everybody. I'm Cody. Before we get started today, I just wanted to say, ammo's getting a little bit easier to find. It's pretty easy to find for me. And so, I wanted to touch base and say that now that we can find ammo, I am so tired of seeing videos like this. Up the gear, 150 round mag. Gonna see how it does. Off the gear. If you put, 150 round mag in your title or 300 round mag or whatever, I personally expect to see 150 rounds dumped through that thing. I want to see a mag dump from full to empty. I'm so tired of seeing people that are just like, oh, 150 round mag, and then they shoot it twice and then they're like, oh, it's cycled. Good deal. Nobody wants to see that crap. And another thing is this. Ammo shortage? What ammo shortage? Look this right here. Look, full, 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 full. Brand new box right there. Full, full. And it's people like that that are the reason why the ammo shortage happened. Just like toilet paper, whatever, buy what you are actually going to use. If there was people, if you only shoot once every 3 months, you should only have 1 box of ammo. There's no reason why somebody who shoots once every few months should have 1,000 rounds of ammo. It makes no sense at all. What we really want to see is people doing this. Ooh, she's warm. All right, guys, now that we got that out of the way, this is our glorious, this is all we have to show for a month of following a unicorn around and collecting his, no, I'm just kidding. So this is 15 pounds of Play-Doh that we just mushed together. It was like 20 different colors, and we just mushed it all together. And we are going to be shooting it with some small calibers. And, it'll range from we're gonna start with like a 22. And at the end of this, whatever's left, whatever we can scrape back together, we are going to build it up and put some tannerite inside of it and blow it up and see what happens. So you're definitely going to want to stay around to the end. You're not going to want to miss that. The most notable gun we're going to be shooting today, this is an FN model 1910 Browning patent. So John Browning helped design this gun. FN and John Browning started like a partnership in like 1897, and it actually paid off pretty well for FN because to this day they still make guns such as like the M16, the M249, the M240, and the M2 for the US military. To this day they still make those guns, so that paid off pretty well for FN. And so this gun, it's called the Model 1910 because it came out in 1910, and they started making it. It was made from 1910 to it was like the 80s, 1980s or something. But this gun was made in like 1914. So in 1914, this gun was actually this gun is called the gun that started World War I. That's what it's most famously known for, because this gun, not in a 32, it was actually in a 380. It was used to assassinate Archduke Ferdinand, and that was in 1914. And so later that year, Germany invaded Belgium, and that's where this is. And so they shut down the plant. And so when they started production back up in like 1919, they started at like the 70,000 serial number. So if your gun is below, so if you have a model 1910 and its serial number is below a 70,000, so 69,999 and below, it was made in 1914 or before, so 1910 to 1914. And I just thought that was pretty cool. And another interesting fact about this gun, and this is just insane, so on it, I'm not going to read that. I don't know, I'm going to butcher it, but Fabrique Nationale Arms, and so what that stands for, it actually means, it means National Factory of Weapons of War. The side of the gun is in French. I figured I would clear the air real quick. If you actually break that down and translate it from French to English, it actually means National War Weapons Factory, Herstal, Belgium. That's where these guns are from. I figured I would throw it in there. Back to the video. And they had that name up until 1972. They didn't really want to have weapons of war in their name, so they changed it, and they took out the weapons of war part. And so that's a good way to tell when your gun was made, if they still have this whole saying on it. It was made before 72. And so with that being said, that's the history lesson on this gun. This is just such a super cool gun. It's an old gun. It still works really well. We're going to shoot it today, and we're going to show you how it does. I'm gonna shoot one into this Play-doh, but then I'll probably dump a few downrange, and you guys can see how good a 107-year-old gun shoots. This right here is the Ruger 1022 Chamberlain 22 LR. We have some just hollow points, and I think that these guys are going to do a pretty good amount of damage. I mean, it's just a 22, but it's just Play-doh too. So let's see what kind of damage this thing can do. And like I said, 15 pounds of Play-Doh all mashed into one big ball. Here's our entry, and you can just see all of like the colors. So like, what was that called? It was called like Cadillac Ranch, and what was it, like Texas or something like that? And like the paint on those cars looked just like this. I mean, there was so much paint, like hundreds of layers of paint slapped on, and it looked just like this. This is so cool. There it is, right there. There's part of it right here, and then there's the rest of it. 8 inches into it, I'd say. It made it 8 inches, and this log's probably I don't know, probably 20 inches total. There is your actual bullet. It actually mushroomed out. That's your little 1022 mushroomed out. Fabrique Nationale, model 1910, chambered in 32, and we are going to see what this thing does. These are full metal jackets. We were shooting a 71 grain full metal jacket. I think it came. There it is, right there. There's the 32. Oh, she's still hot. Oh man, look at that right there. Right about halfway through this log, man. That's pretty awesome. I was expecting different results. I was expecting this guy to just right out the other side. But, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with this Play-Doh, man. This is awesome. Empty. Awesome. And that's how she cycles. I mean, for a 107-year-old gun, she's still pretty peppy. This is the Colt Official Police 1963, and we are shooting a 158 grain solid lead round. So this thing should be pretty soft. I'm expecting this to expand out real big and do some damage to this Play-Doh, but I've been surprised today. So let's see what we can do. Oh, I think that one turned out for sure. That one turned out the top and kept on going. Hooked it and booked it. Yeah. All right, guys. Same ammo, 158 grain solid lead. So. She kept on going. Let's try one more time. Let's do one more with the 38 Special. I think we can stop this. Okay, I heard it hit a tree back there. I don't think it's gonna stop.
It was like, take the hint.
We had a solid pass through on that one, and I mean, it just kept on cruising. There's your exit wound right there. And it just kept cruising right on through. Fail. All right, so honestly, I wasn't gonna shoot this gun at the Play-Doh. I just carry this gun for like personal defense against bears if we do see one, because it has happened. We've had one walk right up on us before. But I'm just too dang interested to see what'll happen. And I'm pretty sure you guys are too. So Let's throw one in. 180 grain, full metal jacket, just like every other time. Let's see what kind of damage it'll do. Some Play-doh on me. I don't think it had a chance. I mean, well, you know what? I know it didn't have a chance. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The other camera overheated, man. You sure are a trooper. This one's a trooper, but here is the 10mm carnage. I mean, it just, you know, we have packed this stuff together pretty well every time, and it just split this thing perfectly right in half. I mean, it just annihilated this thing. So what we're gonna do is we are going to put the tannerite inside of this guy, and we're gonna see what we can do. Our final product, we've got our tannerite in there. I've got my little target, what to aim for here. And we're gonna get way back there. This is the 223 Wild. It's just got like some 223 full metal jackets in it. And we're gonna shoot this tannerite Play-doh and see what happens. That was pretty wild. It rained Play-doh for a while, and our table's definitely blown up.
That definitely echoed a lot more up here than it did anywhere else we've blown anything up.
You could hear it for miles. I mean, that echoed for freaking miles.
The neighbors are probably like, what the hell?
There ain't neighbors for a very long time, but I'm sure that they were. And there's like a walking trail way over there, and you can kind of hear like the echoes back and forth, and I'm pretty sure some people are probably running for their car right now. So I think that one was a little bit more wild. That was literally only a pound.
Look at the dirt.
That was literally only a pound. I didn't think it was going to have that much thump. I mean, come on now. You'd be hard pressed to find a piece of Play-doh around here. All right, guys, that was wild. We didn't find any Play-doh anywhere, like nowhere. We couldn't find anything. We found little pieces of the table spread out everywhere. I mean, for probably 30 yards in any direction, and the Play-doh rained down for probably 30 seconds after we shot. But you know, we caught a couple bullets. They were the smaller caliber bullets. I was surprised that we caught any at all, but you know, that was just insane. If you did like the video and you haven't given us a thumbs up yet, please do subscribe to the channel. Let us know you're loving the content, and push the notification button so you know when we post again, and we'll see you next time.